So we are live now. Do let me know if everything seems fine, the audio, the video. Do let me know in the chats. I'm hoping everything seems fine. And yes, so hi everyone, welcome at Geeks for Geeks. I am Ashish Jangra here, working as a data science mentor at Geeks for Geeks, and this is day one of data science masterclass, where we are going to discuss about what is data science, and we are going to discuss about the implementation of it. And for that purpose we are having a data set. So at just be with me for this 1.5 hours of session. We will stretch it to 1.5 to 2 hours, and in this session we are going to take a data set, we are going to analyze the data set. I'll tell you how in actual the data science is performed on the data set. Okay, we are going to discuss about the different aspects of it. I'll tell you the data pre-processing technique, data analysis techniques, and if you get time we are also going to jump into the data visualizations. Okay, and after that we are also going to discuss about the assignment. I am also going to give you the assignment. Based on that you can get a scholarship on our data science live course of 10 weeks. You can get the scholarship on that. I'll give you more information about the scholarship exam, or basically the assignment and the data science masterclass, at the end of the session. So yes, good evening Pavan. Good evening. Okay, so yes, do let me know if everything seems fine, and like do share this stream with your friends on the groups, on the WhatsApp groups as well, so that they can also get the benefit from it, because this is a 2-day masterclass we are having on data science. This is day one. Tomorrow we are having day two that will happen on Zoom, because we are going to discuss about the solution of the assignment and also the scholarship, all the things related to the Q&A. If you are having any question you can ask me there. So that is day two, where we are going to discuss about the complete roadmap, basically how it all works, okay, in the field of data science. And we are also hiring for the data science intern. I'll also tell you how you can apply for that as well. Okay, so yep, so let's without wasting any time, let's jump into the data set. And yes, so here you can see this is the data set that we are going to use. In this data set we are having Forbes billionaires. Okay, now you might be thinking, what is data science, what is data analysis, what are all the different domains we are having? So in the field of data science you will have basically data. Okay, you will have different types of data. It can be text, it can be images, it can be table, it can be structured, it can be unstructured, it can be of any format. Now your task is to work on the data set, pre-process the data set, analyze the data set, visualize the data set, and come up with something, so some assumption that can be made. Okay, or analyze the data set, or mining the important information from the data set. That is the main agenda of today. Okay, and for that purpose I am taking specifically the Forbes billionaire data set. Okay, and this is the link of the data set. Clear? And okay, volume no issues, so I'm hoping it's better now. Okay, and so Ijaz is saying, is gathering data is a part of data science? Yes, it's a pipeline from gathering the data to saving the data in different format, to analyzing, pre-processing, visualizing, and even making the predictions. All of the things comes under data science. Okay, and we've also shared the masterclass link in the chat box, so you need to register yourself to get the access of day 2, and also to give the scholarship exam. Okay, and for both of the things you need to register in the link which is given in the chat, and also will be given in the description soon. Okay, so now what we are going to do, as you know, this is the data set we are having. This is the link of the data set that will also be given in the description. Okay, and now we are going to perform operations on this. And be there with me. I'm going to ask you the queries as well, that what are the things that you want to analyze from this data set, and we are going to try implementing those things in the data set as well. Okay, so once this is a platform which is Kaggle. If you are new to Kaggle, so Kaggle is like geeks for data science. Okay, where you will go, you will practice the question, where you will have a number of data sets already available. You can write the code, analyze the code, and go through other codes as well. Okay, so this is the platform and this is the link, and in this link here you can see, if I'm scrolling down, here is the basic information about the data set, from where it is scrapped, and this is the CSV file we are having, billionaire.csv. And CSV stand for comma separated and values. You already know it. If you don't know what that is, it is just an Excel file, to be more specific, where we are having number of rows and number of columns. Okay, and if you are going through the number of rows and columns, so here you can see we are having the first column named as name of the billionaire. Second is what is the net worth, what is the country. Okay, then we are discussing about what are the different sources of income, what is the rank of that particular person. Like here you can see Jeff Bezos is at number 1. You might be thinking like now the shift, the data is changed, currently it is not there, but here you can see the list is of 2021. It in actually it is changing in real time, but we are having the old data set, but the things will be same. Even if you are having the current data set, you can still perform the same operation. Here we are having the rank, what is the age, and what is the industry they are working on. Okay, so these are all the things we are having. Now what should be the next step? Next step would be, we are going to take this data set and we are going to work on it. Okay, and to work on it, make sure, like first of all, you should have your account created. And how to create the account, here you can see I'm already having my account created, so you also need to create your account. Then like this is the kind of username you will get, and you can create your own data set. You can publish your notebooks, you can save your notebooks, and you will get the rank based on that as well. Okay, so here I'm going back to the data set, and on this link I will click on a new notebook. Okay, you can download the CSV file as well. Click on download and it will be downloaded. Now I'll click on view, create new notebook. So it will open a notebook for it. Okay, Kaggle notebook, where you can basically write the code for it. Okay, so here is asking how is view table was made from a CSV file. Yes, CSV file. Okay, CSV file is first, it's just an Excel file, right? That's it. And because we are working on different kind of data set, we are going to discuss about pandas and numpy, through which we can basically easily see the data set, see the tables. Okay, and you can have multiple types of data in this. You can use SQL. For that purpose we are having different kind of library. We are having, you can have JSON file, you can have different types of file. That totally depends upon what do you want to achieve at the end. Okay, and here you can see this is the notebook which it is providing, and how you can run the cell. This is, here we are having some pre-written code. Okay, do let me know if there is anyone who is very new to Python. Do let me know in the chat if there is anyone who is very new to Python, who have never coded in Python programming language. Is there anyone? Okay, even if there is any or there is not, I am going to tell you the concept in such a way, like so that you will understand, even if you don't know much about programming language. Even if you have worked on some other programming language like C or Java or any other programming language, you can still work on that very easily. Okay, so here you can see if I am executing this code which is pre-written, I have not done anything specific. Here you can see the link is given, and this is called as billionaire.csv, means this is the path of CSV file. Okay, and if you click on this, here you can see this is the CSV file we are having. Okay, and Kaggle is providing you some resources to work on, because it's an online compiler. If you write the code online, so you should have some resources with you, only then you can work on it. Okay, and that's why they are providing you CPU, they are providing you RAM and storage and all the things. This is where you can change the name of the data set. I'm writing Forbes billionaires data analysis. Okay, and here I am going to write the code for it. Okay, so first thing, what should be the first thing? The first thing is obviously going to be, we need to load this CSV file, and to load the CSV file we are having a library called as pandas. Pandas is going to be a go-to library if you are working on the data set. This is something that is must. Okay, once it is what I would say, I have imported pandas as PD, so I write PD dot read underscore CSV. Okay, read underscore CSV is a function in pandas which is used to read the CSV file. That's how easy it is. And here I will give the whole path of the CSV file. If I'm giving the whole path of the CSV file and executing it, this is how the data set is structured. Okay, so as I was saying, can you please download the CSV file and open it to see how it is arranged. So this is how it is arranged. If I'm downloading it and showing it to you, actually on my OBS I have not created a new window to upload the whole screen. Okay, so that's why I might not able to show it now. It will take 2 to 3 minutes, and but basically this is how it is structured. We are having rows, we are having columns. Okay, and this is the data set we are having. Here you can see we are having 2755 rows and 7 columns. Watch it carefully. The almost same kind of data set I am going to give it to you for the assignment. Okay, so make sure to understand each and everything in detail. Okay, if at any point you are having any question, do let me know. Okay, so here you can see I am going to write df is equals to pd dot read underscore csv. What is df? Df is a data frame I am creating. Okay, means it is just df is, you can treat it like the whole data set I am having. Okay, so if I am having whole data set, now obviously I'll have a lot of operation that I can perform on the data set. First operation is df dot head. If I'm writing df dot head and execute it, you will get the first 5 rows of the data set. Okay, you will have first 5 rows of the data set displayed. Sorted. And if you want to execute, let's suppose the first 10, you will write 10 here and you will get first 10 rows of the data set. All you need to do is, if we are not performing any operation, if you are not writing anything, then it will be first 5 rows. If you are performing, let's suppose I want to know about the first 2 rows or first 4 rows or first 10 rows, then it will display those many number of rows. Okay, so far we are discussing about how the data set looks after loading it. Okay, now what we are going to do once we are having this data set. Now in data set, first thing, like whenever you have loaded the data set, first thing that should be done is, you are going to check if there are any null values in the data set or not. What is a null value? So here, you know, if I'm printing the whole data frame, you are having 2755 rows and 7 columns. So there is a possibility that some of the in some of the rows, in some of the cells, we are having the missing data. Like for, let's suppose for Bill Gates, I don't know the rank. For Bill Gates, I don't know the age, let's suppose. In this case, what will happen? Right? So that is something we need to find out first. Okay, and to deal with the null value, we will write df dot is null dot sum. Okay, this is how we can find the null values. If I'm executing it, here you can see this is exactly what happened. In a name column, I'm having 0 null values. In a net worth, I'm having 0 null values. But in age, I'm having 79 null values. Okay, and here you can see 79 null values is obviously a big number. So what you can do, but if I'm printing the data frame, we are having total of 2755 rows. 2755 rows, out of them I am having 79 null values, which is almost 2%. Okay, so this is somewhat this is somewhat we can bear. So what I am going to do, I am going to delete all the rows where I am having the null values. So for that purpose I am writing drop NA. Okay, and before that let me tell you what will happen in that case. If I am printing the data frame now 2755 rows, if I am writing drop NA, so now what will happen, I am having the data frame. Earlier I was having how many rows? 2755 rows. But now I am having how many rows? I am having 2676 rows. So I have lost some of the rows now. Why I have lost some of the rows? Because there are 79 rows in which I am not having the age. So I have removed all the rows where age is missing, right? That's something that we have done, and in this data frame I'm having the whole data set. So now if I'm checking is null dot sum, so here you can see I am having no null value. Okay, so here you can see now I am having my data set ready to work on. Okay, Abhishek is saying can you please start the notebook from the beginning. I am going to summarize whatever we have done so far. Okay, and then I will discuss about the analysis part. So here I'm going to write about data analysis, and so far we are discussing about the data pre-processing. So what we are doing so far, first of all I am loading the dataset billionaire.csv, then I am checking if we are having any null value or not, and we are having 79 null values. So these are the number of rows I am having earlier. Then I am dropping all the rows where I am having null values. Okay, and after that I am again checking the rows. So these are the number of rows I am having, and now I am having 0 null value. So now I can start working on data analysis part. Simple. So now let's see how data analysis works. Now in the data frame I am having multiple columns. Okay, I am having the name column, I am having the net worth column, I am having the country column, I am having source, rank, age, industry, right? From this, let's suppose I want to know, okay, because this is how you should think as a data scientist or as a data analyst. Okay, so what like if you want to know in which country most of the billionaires belong to, right? Either they are from US, either they are from France, right? So this is the thing that I want to find. Let's suppose how many billionaires are there from India, right? What is the ratio, like from which country we are having most number of billionaires? This is something I want to find out, let's suppose. Okay, so to do that, what we need to do, first of all, I am just telling you because we need to find out how many billionaires are there from India. So for that purpose, I'll take which column? Country column I need to select. Simple. So I am writing df of country. Okay, COUNTRY. If I'm executing it, here you can see all the billionaires list, the columns. Okay, so first one is United States, so that's why US is there. Second one is United States again. Third one is France. Fourth one is United States, and so on till the last one where I'm having China. Okay, so this is how we are having all the things. So what I can do, I can go for simple for loop for I in df of country, and if I am printing I, what will happen? It will print all of them, right? It is printing all of them one by one. It is, we are having United States, we are having France, we are having United States again, we are having again India, we are having Spain, France, China, United States, China, Mexico, all of them are here. Okay, now what do I want to find? I want to find how many billionaires are there in this list from India. That's what we need to find, right? And if you want to find something else, do let me know in the chats as well. Okay, and Team Warrior has mentioned like this is the logic that we are going to use, and that's totally perfect. This is the logic that we need to find. So we will check if I is equals to India. I am going to increment the value of C by 1, and I'm initializing C with 0. And now if I'm printing C and executing it, here you can see we are having 134 billionaires there in the list. Okay, out of what is the length of the data frame we are having? So length of the data frame is 2676. Out of 2676, we are having 134 people from India. So that is roughly 5%, right? So that is yes, that is roughly 5% of them are Indian. Clear? So this is the answer. There are 134 Indians. So there are these many Indians in Indian billionaires. Simple. So there are 134 billionaires. That's what we found, right? Now what we need to do, let's suppose I want to go one step ahead. I want to know about the United States as well. So what I will do, I'll do the exact same thing. Do let me know in the chats what I need to do to find how many billionaires are there in United States. Do let me know in the chats quickly. Instead of India, what I need to write? United States. And now if I'm executing it, billionaires from United States of America. Yes, that's exactly what we are having. And here you can see we are having 720 billionaires from USA. Seems fine. So this is how we are finding the data. Seems easy, right? And from here we can find the average as well, like how much percent of total people are here, like 2676. So we are having almost 26% of people. And let's see about China. And if I am writing China here and execute it, so we are having 610 billionaires from China. Here we need to write China. Simple. Now what should be the next question, right? Because now you know, if if we are having these kind of situation, this is how you can find the value. Simple. Now here Ijaz has mentioned a very good question. Which country is having least billionaires, right? Because now what we are doing, we are manually finding how many billionaires are there in a particular country. That's what we are doing, right? But if I want to know which country is having most number of billionaires, now from basic analogy you can find like United States might be the number one, then we are having China, then we can have other countries. This is the basic knowledge that we can make. But if I want to know about the exact value, what we are going to do, obviously we are not going to do this thing for all the countries. That's not what we are going to do, because that's the main funda of using codes, right? Otherwise what we can do, we can just go back to the old school stuff. We are having Excel file, we are manually finding all the things. That's not what we are going to use. So what we are going to do, I'm going to now automate this process. Just watch carefully how I'm going to do that. Okay, so in df of, if I'm writing df of country, okay, so df of country will give you all the countries, right? This is the list of 2754 country, 54 rows. In each row I am having a country. If I want to know how many unique countries are there in this data set, okay, my question is clear. If I want to know how many unique countries are there in the data set, what do I need to do? I will write dot unique. If I'm writing dot unique, this will give you a list. A list of what? A list of all the countries that are there in the data set. Okay, so here you can see this is the list we are having. If I'm checking the length of it, there are total 70 countries data we are having. This data is scrap. We are having people billionaires from top 70 countries, right? Now what I'm going to do, just watch it carefully. I'm going for country in this, and if I'm printing country, what will happen? It will print all the countries one by one. Simple. And if I'm going through this code, right, so in this code, if I'm executing it, right, what I need to change to find, this is the code to find the billionaires in USA, right, and this is the code to find the billionaires in China. Even if I'm not writing this and I'm just going it with this code, right, so now you will understand in a much better manner. So this is the loop which is printing how many people, how many billionaires are there from a particular country. This is how we are finding the billionaires, number of billionaires in China. Same thing I need to repeat for what? All of the countries. Okay, and obviously I am not going to manually change it. So if I can feed this thing in another for loop that will automatically keep on changing the names, then my question will be answered. Hopefully it will be answered. So what I am going to do, I am taking this loop, passing in this for loop, okay, and here instead of taking India here, I will write country variable. Why? Because this first for loop will take one country at a time, the name of one country at a time. Okay, so this variable is having the name of one country at a time, and this for loop will go through the whole country column and find how many times that particular country appears. Okay, and once that part is done, what we will print after this whole one for loop execution, I'll print the country and C. Okay, so this for loop is for this for loop is taking one country at a time. Okay, and this for loop will find number of billionaires in that specific country. Simple. So now if I'm executing it, watch it very carefully. Okay, here you can see in United States we are having 720 billionaires. Okay, so the time complexity is increasing. Yes, the time complexity is high. That is why I am telling you the scratch method, how you can use it, how you can make it using scratch. We are also going to discuss about what if we want to do the whole thing in just one line using inbuilt functions. We are going to discuss about that part as well. But for now, here you can see we are having United States 720. In France, we are having 41. In India, we are having 134. In Spain, we are having 28. So this is the list of all the billionaires in those countries. Okay, and from here manually you can easily check like which country is having the maximum number, and the maximum number is in United States. Then the second might be China, and the third is 134 India, and yes, third is 134 India. Okay, now what we are going to do, this is the whole list that I am having. Okay, now once you are having this data, you can sort it as well, right? And for that purpose, let's suppose this is the list that I have created. If I am executing it, this is the name. If you are treating it like a data frame, okay, let me do that as well. Okay, so let me take a variable named as data, and I'm writing data.append, clear, and at the end I'm printing data. So here you can see data is a list where I'm having, if I'm going through for I in data and print I, this is how it looks. The 0th index will give you the name of the country, and the first index will give you how many people are there in this country, how many people, billionaire peoples are there in this country. So what I'll do, I'll take this data, okay, and I'm going to create a data frame from it. Okay, I'm using some inbuilt functions in this. Okay, I'm creating a data frame from the data, and I'm going to create the columns. Okay, and columns is equals to, here What is the first column? Okay, if you watch it carefully, this is nothing but a table of how many rows? 70 rows, because we are having 70 countries, and 2 columns. First column is name of the country. So here I am writing name of the country, and second is the frequency of billionaires. So I am treating it as frequency column. And if I am writing data dot head, here I have created a new column. Okay, basically I have created a new data frame where I am having country and their frequency, right? And this data frame, what I will do, I will write data dot sort underscore values. Okay, on this data frame I am going to perform sort underscore values function. Okay, and here I am having multiple operations to be performed, multiple parameters that should be passed. Because in data I am having 2 columns, so I need to mention by which factor I need to sort it. So first factor is by, I will take frequency column. Okay, so this is the first parameter that you will pass, and even if you are passing one parameter, it will work. Here you can see it is sorted, but it is sorted in which order? It is sorted in descending, it's sorted in ascending order, right? And here if you want to sort it in descending order, I write ascending is equals to false, and obviously with the correct spelling, otherwise it will not work. And here you can see United States is the one, China is the second one, India is the third one, who is having 134 billionaires, right? So now let's suppose if the question is how many means list the top 5 countries in terms of number of billionaires. Watch the question carefully. Return the first 5 billionaire, first 5 countries, top 5 countries in terms of number of billionaires. So here you can see we are having total 70 countries, out of which if I want to find the top 5, what I'll do, I write dot head, because dot head will give you what? The top 5 billionaires. So here in front of you, the top 5 billionaires, and we are find it just from scratch. We have just used one inbuilt function, that is sort values. We have not used apart from that anything, right? So this is how it works. Clear? Now this is just the first question that we have answered, and we are just done with 33 minutes of the session. We are still having almost 1 hour left. Okay, so let's see the possibility, what are all the things that I can find from it. Now what I am doing, I am taking the whole data frame again. Okay, and from this data frame we have analyzed only the country column. From the country we find, okay, most of the people are from 720 people are from United States, 610 from China, 130 from India, and from Russia we are having 180. Okay, now let's suppose, okay, so this is something, let me write in the markdown as well. So this is top 5 countries in terms of number of billionaires. Okay, and just sorry in advance if you are just, okay, let me change the spelling here. Okay, so these are the top 5 countries in terms of number of billionaires. Okay, clear? Now what if you want to know okay, what else do you want to find? Do let me know in the chat, what else do you want to find from this data set? Okay, I'll try my best to find that as well. Okay, and let me give you a is equals to bar, and here you can see that's how easy it is to plot the bar graph as well. Okay, so by frequency we are adding it. So here actually we have not added the column, but this is the basic ratio if you watch it carefully now. So data dot head, data dot, after sorting all the values and printing dot head. So the first one is 720, second one is 610. So 720, 610. Then India is at 134, 118 and 115. These are the columns. Here you can plot X and Y graph as well. I'm just telling you the basics. Okay. So I'm saying percentage of total billionaires in the first 3 countries. So can you please be specific, like which kind of percentage you want to find? So here you can see we have basically analyzed the whole data frame. Okay, specifically this column, which is our country. Now I'm taking the whole data frame again, and let's see what else we can find. Okay, now what I'll find, I am going to tell you how you can find the same thing, exactly same thing, using inbuilt function. Okay, earlier I have used my own logic from scratch. Now I'll tell you how you can do the same thing using inbuilt functions. Okay, and for that purpose, what I will use, I am going to use something called as group by function. Okay, df, I'm going to take the whole data frame, and here I'm going to write group by. Okay, df dot group by, and after that I'm also write print all the billionaires of India. Let's suppose if you want to print that, how we'll do that, that's also something I'm going to tell you. Okay, so now because we are going to make the groups, and on which column I want to make the groups, I will make the groups based on country. So if I'm writing df of group by of country, okay, df dot p by, yes. So if I'm writing df of group by and printing the data frame, so I'm going to make the groups of country column. Okay, and here you can see it is not giving you an output, right? How it will give you the output? Now you what we are expecting that in United States I'll have another group, for France I'll have another group, for China I'll have another group, for all the countries will have another group. And what do I want to find at the end? I want to find how many times each country appears. Like if United is appearing for 700 times, that means United States, there are 700 people from United States. Simple. So here I will write dot size. Size, what size will give you? Size will give you how many times each country appear. So if I'm executing it, here you can see Algeria present 1 time, Argentina 4 times, Australia 43 times. That means there are these many number of billionaires in these countries. Okay, and once that part is done, we are having it here. So earlier what I have used this whole function, this whole code that I have written here, and after that we are converted into data frame, and after that we have sorted the values. But now we are having all the values here in just one line. So all I need to do is, here only I can write sort underscore values, and here because I am having just one column, if I am executing it, all the values are sorted. And because I want it to be in descending order, this is what you will get. What do you want? You want the top 5? Just write dot head, and here is the answer in one line. You don't need to go anywhere. You will have the answer in one line. Earlier I have written almost 20 lines of code. Now I have written how many lines of code? Only 1 line of code. And this is where the things come, like the complexity will go on, because we are using inbuilt function which is already pre-processed, already customized to do multi-processing. Okay, so this is what it is. This is how it works. Clear? Now what we are going to do here, we have already mentioned it, print all the billionaires of India. Okay, if you want to print all the billionaires of India, so what are you basically doing? First of all, I'll take the data frame, and from the data frame I'll find in country how many people are from India. That's what we need to find, right? We need to find how many people are there from India. And once you know that, then you are going to print the whole row. Okay, and here we are going to print all the billionaires of India. So what I'll do, I'll take country, right, and I'll write, there are 2 ways to do this, right? You know that there are 2 ways to do it. First way is, you can write df, means you will take the whole data frame, okay, and you are going to convert into numpy array. Okay, this is exactly the same thing. There's nothing changed. Here you can see we are having 2676 rows and 7 columns, and if I'm converting into numpy array and checking the shape of it, or base okay, this is not how it should be done, dot shape. So then also 2767 rows and 7 column, but here only the presentation is different. Okay, so what you will do, if I'm going for this, for I in df of values and printing I, here you can see you are getting the list. Okay, and here I'm having, here the presentation is way better. Okay, because here you can see I'm having the, first of all I'm having the name, then I'm having net worth, then I'm having country, source, rank, age, industry. In this format, visually it's more appealing, but here it's not that appealing. Here I'm getting a list. This is the first row. Then I'm having another list which is second row, right? This is third list which is the third row from here to here, and you can compare as well. First of all, I'm having Jeff Bezos here as well, 177 billion here as well, United States here as well, because it is printing every row in what? In a list format. So what we are going to do, because this is a list, so on list you can perform indexing, right? If you don't know what indexing is, so in a list I can access the element based on the position. On this list, because this is a list which is starting here, ending here, this is the 0th index of the list, which is name. So if I'm printing I of 0, it will print all the names. So it will take the first list, print the 0th index, which is name, print the second list, take the first 0th index, which is Elon Musk, right? Now if I am printing I of 1, then what it will do, it will print the first index, not the 0th index, and then it will print the net worth of all of them, 177 billion, 151 billion. Now what do I want? What do you want to do? You need to know about all the people from country India. So what you will do, you will take country column. The country column is at which index? 0th index name, first index net worth, second index country. So you write 2, this will print you all the countries. And here you are going to check if I of second is equals to India, then yeah, what you will do, you will print I. What is I? I is the whole list. And now if I'm printing it, here you can see this is giving you all the lists of people from India who are billionaires, right? So now what you will do, rather than printing all the things about that particular person, what you can do, you can print I of 0, which is the name of the person. And now if I'm executing it, here you can see these are all the people from India and who are billionaires. We are having Mukesh Ambani, all of you know, Gautam Adani, we know, Shiv Nadar, we are having Damini, Radhakrishna, Uday Kotak. So these are all of the people, right? So but I would say these are the people like to whom you need to study them, right? So this is the list of all the people from India. Okay, this is something we have found it just now. Okay, so now what I'm going to the same data frame, and now I'm expecting from you, if you are having any question to be answered on this from this data set, do let me know. Do let me know if you want anything else to be found from this data set. Okay, and after that what I'll do, I'll tell you in United States or let's suppose how many billionaires are there with net worth of more than 100 billion or more than 50 billion or more than 30 billion in a specific range. If you want to find how you will do that, that's something we are going to find. Okay, so Jeevan is saying, is it similar to countries equals to India in SQL? Yes, it's similar. Like in SQL also we are having almost similar kind of queries. Clear? So now what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about net worth, but here we are having one problem with the net worth. Okay, and the problem is net worth is here dollar is mentioned and B is also mentioned. Okay, and if I'm printing the net worth for I in df of, I need to take net worth column, and if I'm printing I, what will happen? These are all the net worths we are having. Okay, if I'm checking the type of it, so the type of it is string, right? And string is what is string? String is nothing but a text, and on text I cannot perform mathematical operations, right? Because you can compare 150 with 151, 150 with 152, but you cannot compare $177b by $151b. So we need to convert this net worth to integer format, and for that purpose, if I'm printing I, this is the string we are having, right? And because we are having a string, so you know on string I can perform some operation. For example, if I'm having this $177 space b and execute it, this is the string that I'm having. Okay, and if I'm checking the length of it, what is the length of it? So length of it, if I'm executing it, what should be the output? The output should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we are having 6 characters in this. Simple. Now what I will do, I'll take this string and I'm going to slice it. Okay, and from slicing here you can see some common pattern, and the common pattern is in first character of all of the net worth is a $. That's something I need to remove. So what I will do, I will remove the first character from it. Here goes the first, here goes the starting, here goes the ending. So here you can see from starting I'll remove the first character. So now if I'm executing it, here you can see the $sign is removed. Okay, and we are having one more pattern. We are having all the billionaires in the list, in this list. That's for sure. If you are going down, so even at the end we are not having any millionaire. We are having at least 1 billion. So if I'm going up, so from the end I am going to remove this b as well. Okay, so from this ending I will remove the first character, and also after that I am having a space. So I remove 2 characters from the end, and you will have only the integer pending, and that thing you can convert into integer, right? So this is basic regular expression that I am defining from scratch. I am not using regular expression from Python library. I am defining my own expression to find the basic patterns, finding the patterns, and after that converting into integer, right? So what I will do, I am going to perform the same operation for all of the net worths. I am going to split it. After that I am going to convert it into integer. So now if I am executing it, executing I and net worth of I, here you can see, okay, invalid, it will end with the base 91.5. Okay, so I might, okay, so there are some decimal net worths as well, I'm thinking. So there are going to be some the decimal net worth, that's why it is coming. I'll tell you what's happening. So here you can see we are having Larry Page 91.5 billion. Okay, so if it is 91.5 billion, what will happen? First of all, I will have a $sign. Okay, then I'll have 91.5, then I'm having space billion. That's what we are having. On this, what I can do, I can perform slicing. I will remove the first one, remove the second last. This is something that you will have. Now the problem is you can convert 91 to directly an integer, right? Because here you know 91 is an integer inside a string, so I can convert it into integer directly. But if you are converting 91.5 to an integer directly, then what will happen? It will give you an error, because this is a string, this is a float inside a string, and I am directly typecasting it to integer. That's not possible. So what I can do, I can convert it into a float first, and then here is the number. Okay, So rather than converting all of them into floats, so now it is up to you. For what you will do, you can either convert into float all of them and executing it. And here you can see all the numbers are there. 177 is now converted into 177. Okay, and if you want to, after converting into float, if you want to convert it into integer, then you can do this. Okay, so here you can see all the numbers are now in this format. So if I am removing I, so this is the data that I am having now. Okay, and this is what? This is the net underscore worth. So what I am doing, I am creating a new list. Just watch it carefully. I am going to do a very cool thing now. Okay, so here I am having net worth. In net worth list, I am adding all the pre-processed net worths. So now if I'm executing it, I'll get an error because I will write append. So if I'm writing net underscore worth, so this is the net worth that I'm having now. Okay, and if I'm printing the data frame, in the data frame, this is the net worth. Now what I will do, I'll take the data frame, I'll take the net worth column, okay, and inside this I'm going to write the new net worth that I have created, and after that I am going to print the df.head. Here you can see the new net worth is now having integers, right? And because now we are having integers, we can easily manipulate the things. We can really easily manipulate the things, right? And if I'm printing the data frame, here you can see this is how the data frame is. The net worth is 177 billion, 155 billion, 150 billion, 124 billion. Now here the question comes, if you want to know how many billionaires are there with the net worth more than 100 billion. Okay, now this is also something I'm going to tell you how you can do that very easily. Okay, I'm telling you how you can do that very easily. I'm not going to use the indexing and after that like the thing that we have done earlier using values. I'm not going to do it in this manner. Now what do you want? I'm having this data frame, and again if you are having any question, anything that you want to analyze, do let me know in the chat. We are going to do that as well. Okay, so what I'm having, I'll take the data frame. From the data frame I need to know what? All the people with net worth more than 100 billions. Okay, so what I'll do to know about all the people who are having net worth more than 100 billion, so I'll take net worth column, execute it. These are the net worth column we are having. What we want only them whose net worth is more than 100 billion. So what I'll do, I'll write net worth is greater than 100. If I'm executing it, here you can see you are having a list of true and false. Okay, and now let's see why I'm having this true and false coming. So here you can see this is the net worth 177, which is more than 100, true. 151 more than 100, true again. 150 more than 100, true again. 124 more than 100, true again. 97 more than 100, no. So now we are having false. So this is giving you a list of true and false, a series of true and false basically, and I can pass this series of true and false inside the same data frame. Then what will happen? In whichsoever index it is true, only those particular indexes will be displayed. Okay, so now if I'm executing it, here you can see in front of you only the billionaires whose net worth is more than 100 billion. That's simple, right? That's how simple it is to find the answer. Clear? Now we are going to perform the same thing that I have done earlier. Like this question that we have answered, how many billionaires are there in India? I need to print all of the details of those billionaires. Okay, earlier I have used dot values and after that I am printing all the details. Now I'm going to do it using this method, using just the basic conditions using data frames. So for that purpose, first of all, I'll take the data frame. From the data frame, what do I want? I want to know about all the people from country India. So I write is equals to India. Here I will write it inside the data frame, and here we are having all the people from India. Okay, all the people from India. That's how easy it is. That's literally how easy it is to find the answer. Okay, so how to group them in industry? Yes, that's also something we are going to discuss. We are also going to discuss about how to group them based on industry. That's a very interesting question, Gotham. So now let's find out. Here I am writing group by industries. Okay, so because we are going to discuss about group by industry, so first of all I am going to take the data frame, and from the data frame I am going to find out how many different industries we are having, right? That's something we are going to find out, and for that purpose I am taking industry column. So industry column, these are the industries we are having: metals and mining, diversified, technology, we are having manufacturing, technology, fashion, automotive, technology, right? So what this question will answer you, this question or this industry column will answer you, if we are analyzing the billionaires, right, which industry is in which industry most of the billionaires are investing, right? This is something that can be found. Okay, and I am going to use the group by function here as well. So what I will do, I write df dot group by. I am going to make the groups. Okay, and here I am going to tell you a very interesting thing as well. Okay, so Jeevan is saying, but if we are having null numbers, so if we are having null numbers, so here you can see we have removed all of them in the beginning only, right? Here we have written df dot drop na, so we have removed all of them in the beginning only. So df dot group by of industries, and if I am writing dot size, so based on the size we are having all the industries. Okay, so finance and investment, 365 people have invested. Diversified, 180. In energy we are having 99 people. Okay, and most of them, what I would say, is in technology, which is 355. Okay, no, 365 in finance and investing. So then on the second we are having technology, and in the third we are having manufacturing. Okay, this is the industry size. This is how we have found it. Okay, and from here only, if you want to find which industry is having most of the people invested, in which industry most of the people have invested, we can sort them, sort underscore values, and here I need to write ascending is equals to what? False. So here you can see all of the industries in the ascending order. We are having finance and investment, 365 billionaires have invested in this. And in sports, gambling and casino, we are also having, we are having telecom, we are having logistics, we are having automotive, services, metal mining. So this is the ratio of billionaires in each industry. Simple, right? That's really simple. Okay, but if we are having more than two values in industry column, how to group them by will work. Okay, so Vidhanshu is having a very good question. Like if we are having one person and in the industry we are having more than one value. Okay, let's suppose if we are having a person who has worked on energy as well as services, in that case what will happen? Okay, there are two ways to deal with this problem. First way is like we will take it as energy, we will count it as energy and service, both of them. Okay, we are going to add a new column which is if we are having person and I would say, like, now what is happening, we are having industry written. Okay, and after that what is happening, after that we are having next is, let's suppose, technology. Okay, now what I can do in that case, rather than defining this and let's suppose energy, we are having, let's suppose if I am having one person who is working on two lists, so here I will define here he has worked on energy as well as metals and mining, right? So this is how it can be done. Okay, this is how it can be sorted. If we are having any use case in this, we are also going to implement it. Okay, but now what they have done, they have deal with it very smartly. They have mentioned it a new column which is called as diversified. If we are having a person who has invested on multiple domains, then they have mentioned it in diversified. That's a very good move that they have taken. Okay, so size is similar as well as count. Yes, size is similar as well as count. If you are writing size or if you are writing count, both of them will give you the same result. Okay, now this is about the industry. If you want to know about the top industry, top 5 industries to this is a very good point that came in my mind. So top 5 industries to basically invest, top 5 industries to invest by billionaires, right? Billionaires. I will learn the spellings of billions at the end of the session, till the end of the session. So billionaires. Okay, so these are the top 5 industries on which the billionaires have invested. Okay, now here is a very important question. Okay, how much money is invested in each industry, right? This is a very important question. Okay, how much money is invested in each industry? So far what we know how many people are investing. That's pretty easy. We can find how many times from the data set, we can find how many times a particular frequency occurs, technology how many time occurs. So these are the number of people investing in that, right? How many time fashion and retail, okay, and that's LV, right? So how many time fashion and retail come, that will give you the total number of what I would say people invested in fashion and retail. But let's suppose the question is how much money is invested in each industry. So far we are just discussing about industry, we are just discussing about one column at a time. Okay, so far we are just discussing about one column at a time, but here in this question, to answer this question, we need to take 2 columns at a time. We need to take industry as well as net worth. Okay, that means if let's suppose, now there might be a question, if a person is having diversified portfolio, then how we'll add it. I am just making it simple that if Jeff Bezos is having 177 billion of net worth and he is working on technology, that means I am assuming he has invested all of his money in technology. Okay, now how much money is invested in each industry? So for that purpose, let's suppose if we are having that means just to give you a brief, so let's suppose if I'm writing industry is equals to let's suppose if I'm defining technology and so these are all the billionaires who have invested in what? Technology, right? So what I can do, I can take their net worth, right, and I'll sum them up. So this is nothing but the total amount invested in technology industry, tech industry. $2,297 billion are invested in tech industry. Now what do you want to know? I want to know the same for all of the industries, right? I want to know the same about all of the industries, and for that purpose again I'm telling you we are having 2 ways. First of all, let me tell you the what I would say the complex method, then I will tell you a very simple method to do the same thing. So instead of technology, if I am writing here automotive, so this will give you the automotive, simple. So here all I need to change is this industry and rest of the thing will remain the same.